Oh, once you've done the objective, table, then you have to do description. It's been like 10 minutes, I swear. It's because he has to go downstairs, he has to log into everything on it, and he has to do the password. Exactly. That's what I've done for that. He likes my work. See them now?
Right, come in.
Oh, and after you do the description, you have to on actually.
10 people on. Who's there? Comment, yeah, go on, comment. 11,000, 9,000. So you've gone down from 11,000 to 9,000. We can see you. Sick. Well, we've got to get up to 200,000 viewers before we can get moving. That's it. We got to 10,000. 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
3 hours to recover yesterday. Lame. Paul, you got to do more. Paul, you got to join the adults classes. Ethan, you're obscuring the view of Edie. There we go. No, it's gone down to 9,000.
Oh,
so we're on 10,000 viewers now. We've gone back up to 10,000 viewers. I've only got 4 on Facebook, so that is 40, 10,000, 11,000, 14,000 now. I haven't got another phone. I'm streaming. I've got a laptop and then a phone, so Facebook and YouTube. We're here. That'll take you, remember, that by 5,000. Excellent. So we've got about 20,000 views. Oh no, we've got lost one on Facebook already. Lost 2 on Facebook already. Come back to Facebook, people. All right, here we go. I want to say it's my favorite t-shirt. 2 reasons why. 2 reasons why it's my favorite t-shirt. Number 1, it's a brand by Vans, which is my favorite brand because it's skateboard and BMX. And this reminds me of an old Adam and the Ants logo, Red Indian. But anyway, there we go. And it's black and yellow, black and gold. Black belt, there we go, black and gold. That's Edie said that. Okay, guys, this stretching is important, right? It's not a massive stretch. It's not like how to do the splits or whatever, because I can't do that at the moment. It's not about that. This is just like a morning stretch. I try and do 3 times a week, something along those lines. So I intersperse what we did yesterday with this sort of thing. And we just do that. Emma Potter is watching. So can I prep? Look at that. I waved back using my phone. But in a minute, I'm going to step back, so I can't read any comments. So, but anyway, keep them coming and all that stuff. Sick as you can. Was it sick if you subscribe? Cool if you comment. Sick if you subscribe. Blah blah blah. Anyway, like and subscribe. This shut up. Right. So this stretching, each move is 60 seconds long, but I set the timer for 30 seconds because sometimes you switch between leg, okay, or switch between sides. So the important reason for keeping a timer is so that you kind of don't stretch your day out too long when we get started, and in the future this will just take about 18 minutes. So every time my beeper goes, I will either say change sides, and that will give you time to adjust yourself and get about 15 seconds of a stretch on that particular side. Sometimes you'll have a minute depending on the exercise that we're doing. Okay, right, let's move back a bit, Ids. Okay, so first one, you're going to just stay on your knees and do this position. So you might need to go behind me. Okay. So actually, if you face forwards and I face sideways. Okay, guys. So you got 1 minute of this. And if you've got immobile wrists, you can turn them out like this a little bit. To increase your mobility, you turn them as far around as you can. Now, if you can't get that far around, that doesn't matter. You just go as far around as you can. And if you're pretty mobile in your wrists, then you can move your hands forwards, but you're still pushing down into the floor with the heel of your hand. There's no point going forwards and have it here. So that's 30 seconds. After these next 30 seconds, you're going to go downward dog. Okay, so that will give you time to go into downward dog. And when you do downward dog, you're going to try and suck your belly button in and look towards your belly button. So you're about to change. That's right. So adjust yourself for downward dog. So if I go sideways, remember, push your bottom backwards and don't have your back arched. Have your back straight. Push your heels down. Even if your legs are bent, that doesn't matter. It's really this position. So you're looking to do it. You're looking sideways. Even if these are bent, that's the position here. This straight back, head down. 30 more seconds to go. That is the position. Trying to push this down. That there. So your bottom is going up to the sky.
I'm in that one.
So after this one, you're going to go onto your back. You just stay where you are. On this, the next, when we change, you're just going to push your hips up to the sky. Okay? Wait for that. 3, 2, 1. And change. So keep your heels flat. Hands down by your side. And push your hips up. So squeeze your glutes nice and tight. And hands just by your side. You do this for a minute. So don't let this sag. You've got to squeeze those glutes all the time. Tummy, suck that belly button in and squeeze the glutes and make that tight. So as high as you can with this to get a stretch across the top of your hip flexors. If you let that sag, then it's wasted. Push that right up. All of you will hate the next one. Because you're going to push your legs open. So you just roll over. You're going to put your forearms down and have your legs open wide. So from the side, it's legs open wide, forearms down, and you're going to just push your hips backwards as far as you can. It will hurt. Then you go forwards a little bit. Backwards as far as you can, then it will hurt. If I go this way, either go sideways. And obviously, you just go to your limit. You're not looking to hurt yourselves. You're just trying to just wake up your body. And if you feel more comfortable, of course, you can just push it a little bit further. The next one is wicked. We've done it in class a lot, but it's dangerous if you do it wrong. So yoga would call it, the next one, the yoga would call pigeon pose. So take your right leg and push it forwards. If you are, if you are inflexible in your hips, you need to have your knee facing forwards. If you're more flexible in your hips, you can have your legs 90 degrees almost, okay? You can place your hands down on the floor or hands down here. But the idea being is that this part of your hip gets a stretch. There are different ways you can use this one, but we're working on this hip at the moment. So you've got 30 seconds on this side, or just 2 seconds now. Then you've got to change over. So you're on this side now. And push backwards. We're going to stand up on the next one. So you'd have seen this in Silat where we have our hands back and we go down and we go up, stuff like that. Okay. So simple. We stand up and you just do a side bend, just like yesterday. Just bend. So don't push your hips. Just reach and don't twist here. You got to do it, Evie. And slide one hand down. It's just holding that position. Don't let your hips go backwards. Keep your hips forwards. And just that is what you're stretching here.
What are they?
And then you change.
No,
It's different.
they're so good.
Remember to keep your hips forwards. And when you're not pushing your hips to the side, you're just leaning to one side. You can slide one hand down if you want. I'm just doing this to stop my t-shirt riding up. You don't want to see any obscene body. So very simple, forward fold. Put your hips backwards. You can have your legs wide. It doesn't matter. But you're just looking to keep your legs straight. Squeeze the quads and just push your bottom backwards and up. Don't do this. Don't want to bend from your back. You want to bend from your hips and push down. And just flop. Cross your arms and hold that position. That's the first 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds to go. You'll love the next one. The next one's called, it's like a twisted chair. I've forgotten what they call it in yoga, but you're taking advantage of leverage in your limbs to create a stretch.
If anyone from yoga somewhere, they'd be like, what is they doing?
That's not true, Edie. So you put your legs close together, take your right hand, slide it down the left hand side of your body until your elbow gets near your knee. Put your hands together and you push against it so you're twisting. Do it. And this is only for 30 seconds because we're going to twist to the other side. Keep your belly button sucked in.
Do it after this. Yeah,
Twist down. You might find one side is tighter than the other. Elbow here and push. Don't be tempted to do this with your arm because it's cheating you. It's your elbow that gives you the leverage. Then we're going to go back on the floor for the next one. Keep doing it. So you go back on the floor, back to the bridge for the shoulders. You're going to clasp your hands underneath. So put your hands underneath here. Really push your hips up and put your hands down. Put your hands as far down as you can. Don't have them up here. Push them as far down as you can. Excuse me while I adjust my clothing. Clasp your hands. Another 30 seconds to go. Doing that. Professional as ever. What's next? Oh yeah, the next one's awful actually. Doesn't matter really. Just do it. So this one, come up, put your hands down here, fingers facing forwards, and lock your arms out and push your hips up as high as you can. So Edie will do that. This you've got to go high as you can and squeeze the glutes, make them tight as possible. And hips up high. It is difficult, and that's how you get stronger, more flexible. If you're super flexible, if you want more, you can put your hands behind you. That's easier. But this way with your hands forwards is a bit harder for your biceps. So turn your fingers out, might make the stretch easier. And as you get stronger and more flexible, then you can push your fingers forwards. That's okay too. When it beeps again, we change. So I'll just check what's next. You might need a cushion for the next bit. Okay, so 30 seconds. Kneeling position and push forwards with your lunge. Don't lean forwards. Don't have this in a straight line. You want to just push forwards of this bit towards the floor. Don't be tempted to do that. Just this position here. Pushing forwards. Don't go sideways. Try and go completely forwards. And you change sides. Exactly the same. Don't lean, just push forwards. Just in your hips. Edie's a bit more flexible. It's a nice position. You go down to all fours next, Edie. Next one's going to be called threaded arm. We do it a little bit in class. So just going to take this right arm and push that as far forward as possible with the head down on the floor. Okay, looking to twist another twist in your back. So your head goes down. You twist this arm all the way through as far as you can. Put your head down towards the floor so your ear is touching the floor. Bring your knees close together, and as you bring your knees close together, then you'll get that stretch. Then you change. Open your knees. Put your hands back down. Put the opposite hand through. Put the opposite ear to the floor. And then you bring your right knee close together and you get a stretch in your back. It's difficult. Some of you might only be here. But you just try your best. Off you get. Put your hands behind your body as far away as you can. And lean backwards. Don't do this. Don't do this one. Put your hands here as far as you can. Rotate your shoulders back and push your body back as far as you can. I'm going to hold that for 1 minute. So Edie, I would want her hands to be clasped and as far back as possible. And hold that position. Carry on, 30 seconds. Hold the position. We go back to sit down on the next one. Shoulders back. A few seconds. So don't just lean back here. It's roll the shoulders back and push back. Okay. Sit down. If I face you, take your right hand. So your knees are bent, feet are flat. Take your right hand, put it down here, and push against your body. So similar to the twisted chair we did earlier, we're just sitting down. You can make one leg straight, put one leg over, and twist this way. Then when it beeps, you just swap over to the other side and twist that way. Again, you could make one leg straight, put one leg over, and twist. The idea is to try and get that elbow past that knee. If you're not quite at that stage yet, you can just use your hand to pull, and the more flexible you get, then you can push that elbow past that knee. That's both sides. Upward dog. So you just go back to this position. Put your legs back, hands towards the floor, and roll your shoulders back and push your hips towards the floor. As you're doing this, guys, breathe in, almost breathe in from your tummy, okay? To try and stretch all your abdominals. So you breathe in from your stomach. As you breathe in, you're trying to expand your abdominals. Push your hips towards the floor. Keep your head straight, obviously. Next one is well difficult, and you might not be able to do it. We move to the next one. It's like the very first one we did, with your hands turned this way, but you're taking more weight through your wrists. So if you want to, you go back to number one with your knees on the floor. But if you feel you're ready for it, then you take your knees off the floor and work your wrists like this. For a few seconds, knees down if you need to, rest, and then up. Tense your triceps, which is the back of your arm. Tense that bit of your body. Push yourself back. Into a nice deep squat if you can. Push your knees out, and that's the final minute. So if I go sideways, a bit less horrible for you. Rather than having your back straight like this, your back bent like this, you want to try and push your bottom back and your shoulders back. So if you've got to lean on, pull on something here to stop you from doing this, that would be ideal. 30 more seconds. Push your knees out as much as you can. That's cool. If you want to mobilize it, you can do your knees like this. But for today, we'll just push out. And Zen. Is that 30 seconds? Is that a minute? That might be it. I might have jumped one, but that's pretty good. You can rest now. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 stretching exercises just to get your body woken up and ready for the day. Like I said, I don't do that every day. That's something I do a couple of times a week, maybe not exactly in that order, maybe not exactly those exercises, but pretty much something along those lines. It's good for juniors, it's good for adults, and you can focus on certain exercises depending if you have weaknesses or injuries in those areas. So if you do have weak or wrists that you can't open up a great deal, then you can modify some of those exercises to help you. If you want to work on this mobility, then you would just use that position to work on, or here, depending on what you need to do. And then you'll be able to get to the stage of doing backhand press-ups. I'll send you a video of Edie doing those later. Did those a few years ago. So just finally, that's nearly 9 o'clock. We started well today. Ethan's decided to obscure Edie's camera. See, Ethan wants the applause without doing the work, which is not cool. Okay, so Ethan, you need to let Edie have the goodbye, because Edie did the stretching this morning. So well done to her. Well done to all of you for getting out of bed and having a go at this. I know it's a difficult time, but if we can maybe try and keep this sort of level of interaction going, and get up early and try and do something, then that'll be certainly for the better. Okay, well done, guys. Thanks for watching. Tell all your mates. Get them all to subscribe. Like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff. Okay, it'll be
And the bell notification on.
Bell is it? Put the bell notification on, and don't forget we're in 2016. Yeah, don't forget all that business, and catch up soon. This will be recorded now, but it will take a little while to upload if you want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Cut it tomorrow about 8:30 for something similar, or maybe a bit more intense. Haven't decided.
See you with the next one.
Bye bye. So finish on that one, and end stream on that one. Yeah. Well done, Edie. Edie, well done.